Okay, so for this video, I want to show you how you can update or add payment information to a specific contact. So if we go to the menu on the left, we're going to look for contact, and then we're going to choose the contact of choice. So I'm going to click on Jane here, and on the right side, we have our activity box here. So I'm looking for the dollar sign with the circle around it. If you hover over it, that icon in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see that it says payments. So we're going to go to payments. I'm going to click on that, and then you'll see these different sections in here for the payment section. So we have our transactions, we have our subscriptions, we have our invoices, and then we have our estimates. This section right here, if you see this button right here, if you click on that, and I might have moved a little too fast too. So if you click on this option here where my cursor is circling, it should be a square with the arrow going out the upper right hand corner. If you click on that, it will take you to the transactions page in the payments menu. Okay, so if you see now we're in payments, and then it takes us to transactions. The same for subscriptions, invoices, and estimates. So if you're looking for that particular page, you can come to that contact and then just click on that box right there. It'll take you directly there. For this section, also, we have our actions drop down. So this actions drop down has several things you can do in it. We can add a card on file. We can charge a card now, or just charge now. We can create a subscription. We can create an invoice. We can manage cards and then create estimates. So I'm not going to go through every option here, but I do want to point out the very two items here, in addition to the very first two items here, in addition to the managed cards. So um, if you want to add a card on file to a client, you do need to make sure that you have a payment gateway connected before you can do this. So that would include anything such as Stripe, Square. You can also do PayPal as well too. So those are the top three payment gateways that you can use. Make sure they are connected before you can do this. So add card on file here is where you can add a customer's information. It won't charge anything, but you can have add their details for any future purchases that or invoices or estimates that you might have coming up, or subscriptions as well too, and transactions. You can add that information in here. Our additional options here is just to let you know whether this is live or test. If you want to just test this feature out, you can do that. Just click on test mode. Whenever you're ready to use it, just make sure you turn it back on live. You can also, let's go back to, once you're done, hit confirm. Let me go back and do here. So once you're done, you just click add card. I'm sorry. Back on charge now for the actions. Let's say if we have something that we want to go ahead and charge, we'll add that amount. So this is a quick charge. If you want to go ahead and add that amount in here, you want to tell what the charge is for in the description. And then we have our add new card here if we need to do that. It'll put in the card information, and then we can go ahead and confirm and charge on this screen for the charge now option. Okay. So those are just quick charges. If we want to create a subscription, we can do that here. So I'll just go ahead and go through all of them. This is the same as if you were doing this for in the payments menu and you go to subscriptions. But this one is just kind of like a more brief and quick kind of subscription to do for this particular client. And then you can also schedule it as well too. So let's go to create invoice. Invoice will take us directly to the invoice page. So that way you can go ahead and create the entire receipt for the invoice. We won't go into detail because we do have a video for how to create an invoice. Um, let's go to create estimate. This does the exact same thing, and there should be a video on that as well too. So I'm sorry. Let's this is what that screen is like. So that way you can fill that one out in detail. Back to our actions though, our last option here is for manage cards. So if we click on manage cards, if they did have multiple cards that we had added in previously, or that the client or the customer or the contact had added in previously, we can go through here and we can show the defaults. We can also delete them if we needed to, or update them as well too. So that's in the manage card section. Okay. All right, so that is the payment section. Again, these are our different actions. So if you need to do anything super quick, this is a good way to go in here really quickly and just go into that specific contact, especially if it's for a specific contact. You can go in here and update that information for that contact.